Hello class, my name is Brianna Reeves and welcome to my week 3 multimedia discussion board titled Compensation Quantifies the Individual Organization Relationship. Organizations have the right to expect staff to be productive as possible, and individuals have the right to be fairly compensated. Many will say that compensation does not affect individual and organization relationships. However, I do believe that compensation does. If you are in any type of position and you know you are being compensated less than the market itself, you are going to look elsewhere, because at the end of the day, you have a family to provide for. You don't want to be stressed out for minimal monies when you can be doing the exact same job or maybe less job for more money. So I personally do believe that compensation holds an impact on whether an employee is going to stay with an organization or venture out, which is ultimately going to cost the organization higher turnover when you have training fees, when you have to go search, when a position is open and you're having to pay overtime, so that way the employees that are still there are able to cover the missing employees' job duties. So at the end of the day, I do think having a higher compensation will affect the success of the organization. For the private sector, organization leaders can have a salary range that can be virtually anything. However, in the public sector, there is city budgets, there's employment leaders that set up exact budgets year after year. They might increase due to the market. However, they're normally the same. So if an employee leaves, the next employee coming in is going to be paid in a range. So depending on if you're a lateral move, if you have any type of experience, if you have education, anything that sets you higher than somebody coming in with nothing, you'll be more at the higher end of the salary pay. Once you become an employee, you're going to get increases throughout the years based on how long you've been with the organization, or merit pay, skill-based pay. For example, police departments provide pay increases for becoming bilingual, qualifications for different types of teams, learning hostage negotiations. Skill-based pay is common for education, depending on how many credits you have. You have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or if you've taken classes and have become certified. Those are all going to be taken into consideration for your increases. And the technique of basing pay on skill is basically to improve productivity. And this is, so the more knowledge you have, the more you can put into your job, and the better employee you're going to be, the better you're going to be able to interact with the public, because you've taken different types of courses. So when you're put in these different positions, you're going to know what to do. Or if you become a supervisor and you've taken and you have your master's degree, you're able to manage and supervise your people to be more successful, because at the end of the day, we want our employees to continue to grow and be successful and to have the least amount of turnover as possible, because everybody knows that if you stay fully staffed and your employees are, they want to have the success, the organization ultimately is going to have a positive outcome. When it comes to the public sector, at the end of the day, everybody is looking for their retirement, how many years they're going to put into this company. It's not like your typical private sector or normal organizations where, individuals or employees put in 3-5 years with a company and then they move on. With the public sector, employees are looking to stay for 20, 25, 30 years. And based off of that is going to be how much they set themselves up for a good retirement. My dad is a retired fire captain, and he's living the life. He's getting 95% of his pay, and him and my mom, they travel they're constantly going on 2-3 week cruises to Hawaii, going to Europe, you name it, that's what they do. And so it's an example for somebody like me I put money into 401k, and I know that's not the avenue that I want. So I'm looking to go into the public sector, mostly because of the retirement. I definitely want to work with the people and the communities and things in that nature, but I want to be my dad's age, just living the life, because he put in 30 years with the city of Chula Vista, and he's now they're doing great with their outcome. He was compensated very well, which kept him in the same city organization for 30 years.